What's going on, Dr. Ian?
Hello, Dr. Smith.
What's up, guys?
How are you?
Good.
I'm just trying
You
to.
look like-
I'm just finishing my eggs real quick.
You look like
Okay.
you look like evil Dr. Ian Smith though, because you didn't have a goatee last time.
Oh yeah, I changed up a little bit.
Yeah, okay. No, I don't mind it.
I had it's my 15th book, so I figured I'd do like things a little different on tour this year.
I like it. You look like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Stone Cold Steve. Hey, I know a friend of yours from college,
You do?
Mina.
Really?
So I'm in Philly.
Yeah.
And that's my girl. I always go to her show, and I'm talking. I'm like, yeah, I'm going up to New York. I'm gonna do Jim and Sam. She goes, Sam? I was like, yeah, Sam. She goes, I know him, and she pulls up a picture of you,
Oh, really?
and I'm like, that's Sam. Like, what the? Like,
Yeah,
you guys
we did radio together in Syracuse for a while when we were
On the college
there.
station?
Uh-huh. And she does she's doing really, really well. She hosts
Yeah.
a morning show
Yeah.
in Philly now.
Power
Oh.
99. She does
Yeah.
Power, and she is probably going to get a gig with the Sixers doing like an in-game host.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh,
I'm
is that
glad
the
she's
show you
doing
were
well.
on?
I was on her radio show, yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
we just got to talking, and I didn't know all this time that she's like my girl, you know what I mean?
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, that's real cool.
Yeah.
I said I'm going to tell him when I get to New York.
The minute.
Yeah.
I'm glad she's doing well.
Yeah, she's doing well.
That's awesome.
What's up, guys?
I'm good. How are you?
Man, you're just determined to stay in shape, huh?
I'm trying. I put a little bit on. You know how it is.
A little bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
about 0.2 ounces.
I put 10 pounds on.
You should see him, Dr. Ian. I mean, Jim is very disciplined because he knows. I've watched him, and when he gets off the train, he gets off the train. Like we
Yes, I do.
Give me an
did,
example of off the train.
So we were doing a podcast over at Bert Kreischer's house, and this was a while back. This was like after Halloween or something.
Uh-huh.
And Bert had a jar of those like fun-sized candy bars out
Yeah.
from Trick or Treat.
Yeah.
And I watched Jim and his compulsion, and he was like, "Okay, normally I wouldn't have any. 0 is what my rule is, but I'll have 1." And I sat there watching this monster shovel Snickers bars
Just a
into his
compulsive
mouth,
pig. Just a
one
pig.
after the other. I said he couldn't possibly be this hungry. He's just compulsive.
Just a greedy pig.
You one of those zoos that when you go in, you go all the way.
I can't. I'm a pig.
It was amazing to watch because he says like, "Oh, I can't stop," and I'm like, "Oh, whatever. You're just saying that." And then I watched him, and I went, "No, he really."
It's till the fucking bag is empty. That's when you stop.
Well, you can eat the bag too.
You can I was lick my finger and get the salt out of the bottom of the pretzel bag, guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's being a greedy pig. That's all
Wasting
it is.
food is a sin, Jim. Wasting food is a sin.
Yeah, but it's just this inability to do it. It's just being a greedy slob.
Yeah.
So yes, that's why I try not to do it.
Well, you look. You started this journey a long time ago.
Thank you. Thanks to you, I did.
Yeah.
Because you were the one that got me started eating healthy to begin with. Because I was an oinker in like 2007 or whatever when you started. Whatever year you started coming around, we were at K-Rock, and I was like, I got to do something. I was fucked up and I was all out of shape. And you're the one that got me
You were on
started.
the road. You weren't eating well.
No,
Not
at all.
All right.
I give
So
you a lot
how
of
many?
credit.
How many? Because it must be frustrating when you watch people. They're like, "Yeah, I'm going to make a change, and I'm going to take your advice," and they do it for a week, and they just like fall off the wagon. How for one success like Jim, you see him stay on this thing. How many failures does that make up for, like in your head, or does it not even?
Well, it's like golf, right? So in golf, people who play golf, when you get that one great hole where everything is connected, it's just so beautiful. You will take 100 bad holes of golf for that one.
It sounds like dating.
That's right. There's the other analogy. So someone like Jim, who is like a complete success story, everyone's not gonna.
in nutrition, everything
Yeah,
else not
yeah,
so
yeah.
Everything else, I'm the mayor of Flop City.
But it's one of those things where it's a life journey. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people who listen to the show have done well. They keep in touch with me. They're on my social media, and they show me before and afters. I heard you on Jim and Sam and blah blah. So it's like inspirational for me. And I meet people like out and about, and they're like, "Hey, I listen to you." And in fact, one of my former assistant in Chicago, her husband loves you guys, and his name is Dan Platt. So I'm going to say what's up to Dan. I'm sure he's going to listen now, or he's listening to the to the replay. But yeah, so people just they listen to you guys, they do well, and it excites me, and I just keep motoring along.
Yeah, you keep putting out books. I got lazy. I can't write. Like I write and I stop and I write and I stop. Your ability just to fucking keep pumping out books is amazing. Like I admire your ability to sit down and do it.
Here's my analogy: LeBron James dunks the basketball. I write books. I mean, this is what I do. It's
Right.
and I, they're like so many. I have like 15 ideas in my head, and I just don't have time to write them. Like I tell my editor yesterday, I was like, geez, I want to do this one, this one, this one, this one. So yeah, the Clean 20 is a book that they actually rejected the book.
Why?
Yeah, because
At this point, why are they rejecting?
Why they're all
Dr.
number one
Ian books?
bestsellers?
Like you keep pumping out good books. Like every time another one comes out, you do the promotion for it. Everybody buys the book. You're like, just trust me at this point, right?
these were her words. You ready? She said in her Yaley erudite voice, Shirley, she said, "It's so derivative." And I was like, derivative? What are you talking about? Like, this is a clean eating book for people who want to do it, who can't afford expensive food, who want an easy plan. This is for the everyday person. This isn't for someone who like lives on Park Avenue, on the Upper East Side. And so I was like, it's not derivative. I said, and by the way, every idea I come up with is not going to be like the greatest thing in the world. Like, people, do things that have been talked about before, but
They're
try to do it
food
better.
books. Like, what do you expect? You're putting food in your mouth, and we all know where it comes out. How many different ways are there to do that?
Jeez. So I said to her, so she says, I don't know. Let me think about it. So I went to her boss. And I said to her boss, listen, I have this great idea for a book. It's called The Clean 20. 20 foods, 20 days, total transformation. I have 1,000 people on Facebook who I've been doing it with, and they're losing crazy weight. Like the average weight loss in 20 days is 10 pounds. She's like, when are we going to do it? I was like, you're not going to do it. She goes, why? I said, because Elizabeth said no. And she goes, whoa, give me a second.
Oh, no.
So 2 days later, I get a call from her. She says, I'm so excited. We're doing the Clean 20.
Now you stepped over her head. Good for you.
Jeez. But anyway, I love her. She's my work wife, right? So we've been together for 10 years. But anyway, I did this book because people hear the words clean eating and they think that, you got to buy rabbit food and all this gourmet crap. It's not true. Clean eating simply means taking away, and you've done a lot of this in your own work, taking away a lot of the processed food. So you look at the back of a label of, Twinkies or whatever, and you'll see they're like 20 ingredients and half the names you can't even pronounce.
Right.
And all those processed.
But they last forever.
That's why they last forever.
Right.
That's right, because they also use the same ingredient in turpentine.
Oh.
So anyway, I wanted to write a book that was really accessible, that was easy. You could be a vegan, a vegetarian, a carnivore, a pescatarian, it doesn't matter. You can do the plan, and it's customizable. So in this book, and by the way, people say this is my easiest plan. Everyone says this is the easiest thing ever. It's just 20 days, everything's spelled out for you. You can mix and match and substitute, but you make your own Clean 20 list.
Yeah, it's hard to find clean. Like, I like snack bars. I eat these RX bars because they're kind of clean, and the stuff that's in them isn't that bad. But Quest bars are like fucking candy bars.
Well, how do you know? I mean,
they're tasty though.
They are.
you always hear about like, if you're going to the supermarket and you're trying to get regular food, but it's like, well, there's hormones in all the chicken, and there's chemicals in the meat, and there's
I like hormones in chicken. I want my chicken to have nice big tits.
Juicy, right?
and pesticides on the fruit.
Yeah.
And all,
Well, let's take two of those things. Let's start with the pesticides. First of all, pesticides don't matter unless you're eating the skin. So it's called right. So if you don't need an organic banana, you're peeling the skin. It's the pesticide residue that's on the skin that people are worried about.
So you gotta peel that apple.
Yeah, you're peeling. Well, if you're not gonna have an organic apple, then you peel the apple, right?
I see.
But this is the truth of the matter. Most 99% of people will never have a problem from pesticide residue. It's one of those theoretical things that, if you ate like a bushel of something and it had, point something percent of the pesticide, it just doesn't happen.
It sounds scary.
It sounds scary. But in this book, I talk about going organic because of the processing. So, for example, you can have turkey, you can have chicken, you can have pasta. It's a lot of food in this book. But I do say make sure there's no antibiotics, no hormones. And you can get that pretty easily. We'll say hormone-free, antibiotic-free. So I do advise for these 20 days, you do that so it's cleaner.
Right, but it says it right there on the
It says it on the label. Absolutely.
What's a basket, buddy?
Well, I'm not going to go there. I was thinking of something, but
don't ask Travis.
So this is how you make the thing work for you. So a basket buddy is I make a suggestion and you don't like my suggestion, and so you have all these other possibilities that you can use.
Oh, okay.
Right. So it's on page 16 is the list, and so basically this is how you can customize the plan. So let's see here. Let me give you an example. So,
are tomatoes okay?
Tomatoes are great. Are you crazy? I love tomatoes. There's cheese on it. Listen, for example, let's say you don't like almonds. You can have sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, chia seeds, hemp seeds, flax seeds. Let's say you don't like kale. You can have Brussels sprouts, cabbage. So you can kind of mix and match the way you like. And so that's why people say it's so easy because it's customizable.
So but you're also in the
There's
gym
no
probably
best-
5 days a week too. You're not just looking healthy because you're just eating healthy.
So I'm glad you said that. I do work out a lot. I like to work out, but in the book, it's only 20 minutes of workout. So every day, and you don't work out every day, but the days that you have exercise, I give you just 20 minutes. You can do without a gym. You can do it in your house. You can do it here in the studio. So it's 20 minutes. That's all you do. And I give you these exercises to do. And let me tell you something. I have people who are like 75 years old, people who are 400 pounds, 120 pounds, who are doing it. And it works for everyone based on what they're trying to do. And if, speaking of which, I like to give stuff away.
Sure.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
We got a whole box of Shred Pop that we've been going through in the office like for the last week. We love it.
So listen, if you want to do the Clean 20 program, join my Facebook group. It's called The Clean 20, the numerals 20. And if you're going to pick up a copy of the book, I will send you a free workout DVD. It's a 27-minute workout. You work out with me. I'll give you a download link so you can do it right to your device. And it's easy. So hit me up, email me, theclean2020@gmail.com if you want to do the plan. And on Instagram, it's at Dr. Ian Smith. Spell the doctor out.
You reset every 2 years. You have a whole new thing, a whole new the Facebook thing is this. You hit me up with this, you'll get that. Like you're really you're like a corporation.
Well, no, I'm a one-man band. But the idea is because like my other book, I like to separate people. So some people are doing shred. Some are doing blast the sugar out, to lower your blood sugars. And so people want to eat clean. We have a whole Clean 20 challenge. We got like 6,000 people doing it so far.
Was it scary at all when Celebrity Fit Club went away? Because obviously Celebrity Fit Club is going to make it a whole lot easier for you to get your face out there and to get books out there and everything. When that show goes away and it's like, okay, now it's just on you to be this guy. You know what I mean?
I never thought about it like that because I do like the morning shows, Good Morning America, the Today Show, CNN. So I never really felt like I wouldn't be able to get my word out. But I will say this: now with social media the way it is, like the dependence that we used to have on like these major channels to put us on, thank goodness for social media because, begging a producer to come on and your booker won't return, your publicist, So now I go directly to Instagram or Twitter, Facebook. I got, 250,000 people who are on Facebook with me. So actually now you can just kind of do your thing and people like it. You can interact with people.
Yeah. Did you have to beg producers to get on? Did you ever have that period where nobody wanted to have you on?
Well, no, everyone's been, knock on wood, people have always been really good to me. But what would happen is the shows are very territorial. Like they would say, if you do his show, you can't do my show. If you do that show, so it became like a fire drill. So then you had to decide who are you going to do. I won't mention names of shows, and then I would say to my publicist, who cares? The people who watch this show do not watch that show. One show has strippers on it. The other show has nuns on it. They're two different
Are
artists.
you talking about our battle with the Catholic channel? Because we still are holding strong.
If you do that channel, you can't do us.
Yeah, no Catholic channel guest will do our show.
And we tell our celebrity friends, if you do Stern, you cannot do this show. And when they say fuck you, we go, well, could you please do us after?
That's right. We have a very similar policy for Sway. Very similar.
Yeah. You do Sway, you don't do us. Well, I'm doing Sway. Well, how about stopping by after?
Yeah, do it. I'd come by after.
Hey, I'm doing you guys before Sway.
Are you?
How about that?
That was obviously his choice. Or
No. Jim, how long have we been together? We've been together
many years.
Many, many years. No, I always say, listen, I'm going to start doing serious. I got to go on Jim and Sam. It was, Opie's show, but, I do you guys. You guys are my guys. And
speaking of that, we were talking about getting frustrated with people that don't follow up. The first thought that occurred to me when we got that giant box of popcorn to the office and we were all eating it was years ago when you came in here. And this whole thing was set up, and you were going to have E-Rock and Roland lose weight, and they were going to compete with each other to motivate each other, and it was going to be this whole thing. And you came in expecting a transformation, and when you walked in, both of them looked exactly the same, and both of them said, well, I think E-Rock said, you didn't send me a blender, and Roland said, you didn't send me popcorn.
Can I tell you something? In the history of my appearance on this show, I got to laugh now. These guys went after me. And I'm like, it was like vitriol. I'm like, are you crazy? Like,
They felt abandoned by you.
E-Rock was...
Because I didn't get a free blender.
E-Rock really took it personally. He was like going after me like, dude, I'm just trying to help you out. Like, hold on for a second. And then, and so the people online, they were like, you screwed E-Rock, you're this, you're that. I was like, holy cow.
They were talking to God.
Jeez. So, I learned my lesson. I don't mess with E-Rock or Roland anymore.
Right.
I pray for them. I saw Roland yesterday. Roland, you look spectacular.
He looks like he lost weight, right? He definitely lost weight.
Good. He looks good.
Right. I guess somebody must have sent him a blender. I don't know.
Well, I did. I sent them blender.
I know you did.
After that, I unloaded the freaking warehouse on them. I was like, I'm not going to come in the studio with the trolls online, like going off me. Dr. Ian, you didn't live up to your word, blah, blah, blah. So,
E-Rock is down to 135.
What, on coke?
Jim, I don't
No
think
way.
that's true.
No, I haven't seen him.
No, he's not. He's about the same.
Is he? I hope not.
He's-
I'm going to see him for dinner.
You are for real?
Yeah, with Dutch. I'm not.
Yeah.
Hey, E-Rock, geez, he wants you to pay for everything. Give me a blender. Send me popcorn. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, no, two separate bills. Two separate bills.
Yeah, exactly,
that's,
exactly. But no,
what
we had
we
some
do.
good times with those guys. It was fun.
Karen
I
has
love
a
it.
question for
Yeah.
you. Yes, Karen, you're on the phone.
Hi, my question is for Dr. Ian Smith. My husband has cancer, and he needs to lower his sugar levels and things like that. Do you have a book that would kind of help him? Because it's kind of hard. He loves pasta.
Well, hey, Karen, first of all, let me
Pasta's
explain.
one of the 20 foods.
It was one of the Clean 20 book will work for him, and let me tell you why. Because it actually does not totally eliminate sugar, but it reduces your carbohydrates to good carbs. And the reason, just so people know, that when you have cancer, sugar feeds cancer cells. So you
Oh,
really,
boy.
yeah, they eat.
So does meat. Doesn't meat feed cancer?
No.
My red meat?
Well, red meat may stimulate, they think, nitrites may stimulate cancer growth. But for someone who has an actual cancer, sugar is like fuel for the cancer cells for the growth. And so the advice is to lower your lower your sugar intake. So if he followed the Clean 20, there is no added sugars, which is what you need to stay away from. There are natural sugars in like fruits and vegetables. Those are natural sugars, but it would not be a problem. So he should definitely do it. It's easy. It's lots of food because he does need his calories. When you have cancer, you need calories.
Right.
So yeah, so definitely check it out and join our Facebook group, the Clean 20. The number is 20 at the end.
Okay. Also, one more quick thing.
Yeah,
Have you ever heard of Essiac tea?
spell it.
Because it's called Essiac tea, ESSIAC.
No, but what? Real quick, what is it?
Well, it's supposed to it's an American Indian kind of tea that is supposed to fight cancer and things like that. We've been doing it for a while, and his tests have been coming back pretty well.
Oh, Essiac tea. Okay.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's probably high in antioxidants. That's probably I haven't heard of this particular tea, but it's probably high in antioxidants. Antioxidants are disease fighters. They fight free radicals, and so if it's herbal and it's natural, I don't see a problem with it. Just make sure there aren't a lot of kind of additives in it. That's all.
No, it's additive free. You have to kind of
Oh yeah, that's good.
yourself. So.
That's good. All
Thank
right.
you.
So,
Oh, sorry about that. I hung up while you were.
so obviously, you talk about processed food. Fast food's bad. But what's your take on Subway? What's your take on Chipotle?
If I had to choose between the two, let's
Yeah.
start that way.
Okay.
I would choose Chipotle
Okay.
all day long.
Subway, is that like processed stuff? Because it seems
Oh,
like the
jeez.
stuff is just sitting there, right?
Ugh,
Processed. The fucking meat's in a box in the back.
Jeez, you talk about nitrates and stuff. I mean, I don't want to like go in on Subway.
Sure, sure.
But I do not, never have. First of all, even as a kid when I was not even a health person, I just didn't like the idea, like Jim said, that the meat was just kind of sitting around and, so I never ate Subway. But then you hear all these stories about their bread.
Mattress or gym mat stuff is in the bread you hear.
Yeah, the fillers that they were using. Once again, I'm not trying to get into a lawsuit with Subway.
Right.
I'm just saying what was reported. Fillers that they use in their meats and all these.
Because on one end, Jared Fogle lost all that weight, but then I also worry that if the sandwiches contributed to the other stuff, I don't know.
I don't know either, but I know that you've only recently, after his trouble, that's when Sam began supporting Subway.
But are you okay? Well,
that guy tried to go to President Trump or to the White House to get out
to
early.
plead his case. You guys
Dude,
like
are you-
Subway,
Yeah,
right?
it's a
I
tough
mean,
stance for Trump to take.
right.
crossing state lines for underage sex. Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, it's
Come
a
on.
tough one for the president to publicly stick up for you.
Come on, but I don't know. Well, let's not. Is it? I don't think it's tough for him.
You think you might be able to? He could find a way to do it.
Anyway,
If anybody can.
let's not go there because I
Um,
don't want the guys hating on me and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that's not. That's
Yeah,
wow.
no matter what side you take, they're half of them
Right,
are gonna hate your
right.
guts.
But you like? What's your feelings on Chipotle? Would you eat at Chipotle?
Yeah. My wife, my family is at Chipotle.
Okay.
I mean, if we're in a rush, listen, you can't always sit at home and cook whole gourmet food all the
Are
time.
you married?
Right.
Yeah, you know that.
I didn't remember.
Yeah.
My memory's
Yeah,
gone.
I'm married.
Bad friend.
What's a good food for memory?
What is you radio hack? Like
No, I'm just
Let me
serious.
just seg into
My memory stinks.
He said, "You radio hack." That was so demeaning. You radio hack.
Well, it's probably a fair point at that question, but it is. I
Green
do want to
tea.
know.
Green tea.
Green tea hurts my stomach.
Oh.
But if it's empty,
It does?
Yeah.
Some ginkgo biloba.
You ever have ginkgo biloba?
Yes, I have. I've had that. I have
The way
had
he said that.
You know what I've heard helps with memory is not sitting in front of a laptop for hours on end masturbating.
Why would that?
You're still
I mean,
doing that?
staring at a screen.
Still doing it, yes.
You're still doing it after
I
all
am.
these years?
Right now, I'm on pause on home, and I come back to the radio show, and I run back.
Pick up right where you left off.
Yeah.
It's just all the stimulation hitting you can't be good for memory.
Yeah, that's all this is a 3-hour pause in my daily edging. James in LA has a question.
Hey, what's up, guys? I had a question about the organic versus GMO debate. I know you're talking about organic due to pesticides, but do you recommend organic versus conventional for are there other health benefits to that, or is it just you recommending against the pesticides? And then aren't there also herbicides in organic food that can be just as harmful as in traditional farming?
Yeah, this is a great question. So first of all, I believe in organic. I don't believe everything needs to be organic. By the way, I think that the organic hype is really kind of a little to the extreme. You think about traditional farming, and people have been eating that way for many years and didn't develop all these different diseases. I think the danger now is that big agricultural companies are manipulating the food chain, genetically modifying things, putting all types of chemicals and synthetic ingredients that we didn't have before. And so, for me personally, I drink organic milk. I don't want cows that have been pumped with hormones and antibiotics. But as far as fruits and vegetables, produce, I stick only to organic when I'm eating the skin. But I think that, people should make decisions not based on the hype, but based on what makes sense. Everything does not need to be organic. But and by the way, it's like your fish, for example, I always say, when I go to a restaurant, is it wild caught? I don't want fish that's been raised in a pen and they've been eating each other's crap, for weeks, and that's how you get mercury poisoning. So, I'm discriminating, but I'm not perfect.
So you've been eating German fish. Okay. All right. Thank you, James.
What about you mentioned the organic milk? This is a question I have. My wife gets the milk in the red carton. I don't remember what the brand name is, but it says
I think I know it.
Hormel.
That might maybe something.
Horizon probably.
Yeah, that sounds
Horizon.
right. It says organic. It's organic milk.
Yep.
But the expiration date is it lasts way longer than regular milk does at the store.
That's the box that they use, the inside of the box.
I'm not asking you, Jim.
I'm just telling you, it's the inside of the milk carton.
Is it?
It really does? It
lasts for a month.
What is regular milk?
Like a week.
No.
Supermarket milk will last a week and a half, and this stuff lasts for a month. And so I sit there going is there stuff in it that's keeping it?
Typically, organic lasts less. Because organic doesn't have...
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
But then the red carton stuff that says
somebody
organic
who's
lasts
listening
forever.
to us, can someone check this out and see...
7 to 10 days.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to refrigerate it. Okay.
Oh.
Fair point.
Yeah. No, it typically organic will not... Organic foods tend not to last as longer as traditionally. Yeah. But with the milk, I don't know. Maybe it's that... is it pasteurized? See, maybe it's not pasteurized. It's got to be. So if it's unpasteurized, it won't last as long too. Right? If it doesn't go through the pasteurization process.
But Sam's saying his milk lasts for a month, and it's supposed to be organic.
It says organic, but maybe it's pasteurized.
I drink that milk, by the way, and
good.
It lasts 3 to 4 weeks. It doesn't sit that long. My kids freaking
right. They go through it
pretty fast, but it never lasts. But I don't know. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, interesting.
All right, Bill in Pennsylvania. Hey, Bill.
Hey, I'm a truck driver, and I just went to the doctors and stuff, and he says my blood is too thick. I don't drink enough water and stuff, so I'm back to drinking water. But I want to lose weight. I got a trucker's gut. That's the only thing that's bad on me. I just don't know how to eat right or
how much,
whatever. Is there...
How much do you weigh?
Yeah, what is a trucker's gut? That means there's hookers' fingernails in it?
Yeah. No, I was 6'4" and I weigh 235.
Oh, that's not bad.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Dude, I thought you were going to say you weigh 350. You're 6'4". You're 6'4" and weight. So you're just worried about your midsection, right?
Yeah, I just can't stand it.
Yeah. Well, let me just say this. we just had a guy actually who just posted me on the Facebook page. He's about 6'3", like 320. And lost like 30 pounds already. Let me say that, unfortunately, when you lose weight, you can't do what's called spot reduction, which is choose, like I want to lose fat in the back of my arms, I'm going to lose fat around my abdomen. So you have what's called generalized weight loss. But for someone like you, I probably would bet, since you're a truck driver, and you probably eat a lot at truck stops, correct? Or restaurants? Yeah.
Yeah, but I try to stay away from the greasy stuff.
Okay.
I'll eat, lately, last month or so, I've been eating salads and stuff like that, or
But what
stuff.
but what you probably need, see, the problem, I love this kind of question. You are eating probably half decent, but you don't have a plan. You need to specifically follow, like, this is what I'm doing day 1, day 2, day 3. So I think you'd be ideal for the Clean 20. Are you working out at all? At all?
That's what's hard about it. I'm always on the go. I don't have time unless it's on the weekend.
But you know what you do? What if you pull the truck over and just run laps around it? That wouldn't look weird at all.
No, not
just
at all.
Side of the highway, running laps around your
or
truck.
run in and out of everyone else's truck park, making the wee noise.
But dude, in all seriousness, you could get out of your truck and do 10 minutes of exercise. Like, my book only says 20 minutes, so just 10 minutes.
What kind of exercise?
You could find, what I would recommend is find 2 other truck drivers that are friends with you and start like a double Dutch league.
Why not?
And maybe like if you could do truck driver double Dutch, like that could be.
Yeah, you two and a lot lizard.
Let me give you an example.
You were good at double Dutch.
I
right?
really was. Yes, I was.
Let me give you an example. Steam engines, for example, are in the book. So a steam engine is where you put opposite knee to opposite elbow. It's like a standing crunch. They do it a lot in the military. That's one. Ice skaters you can do. This is all next to your truck. You can do ice skaters. You can do high knees. You can do jog punches. In the back of the book, I actually show you and demonstrate these exercises for you. You don't need a gym. You could do this. It's no joke.
Look at this. There's pictures.
Yeah, I show you how to do all these different moves. Okay.
What do you call it? I drive a huge sleeper, bigger than the average. I got a queen size bed. I got a small kitchen.
You got a queen size bed in your truck
and a kitchen.
Can you? Hey, I want to see pictures of that. I'm obsessed with big. I almost said big rigs, but I realize that's a bad way to phrase it. I'm obsessed with those giant, those giant tractors.
Yeah, I almost came to one of your concerts, but I couldn't get back in time. And I was going to see if I could do the meet and greet and show you the truck.
Oh man, does your queen size bed, does it fold out or is it always out?
No, it's always out.
You got a queen size bed in your fucking. Where do you drive? Are you in
he wanted to
Midwest?
show you the bed.
Yeah,
I would like to see it.
It's, again, not the greatest advice you could follow.
Do you drive mostly in the Midwest?
No, I drive all over the United States.
Wow, with a truck that size, I would love to see that.
Bill, as you've driven around the United States, have you noticed the teftification process going across the U.S. of A?
Fair question.
Yep.
He has noticed that. Okay, so Bill has noticed the U.S. of A is getting teftified. Isn't that great, Travis?
Yeah, there's a lot. I took a lot of guys onto your show.
Oh, thank
and
you.
We'll go to the truck stop. I'll have a blast when I'm cleaning my windows and stuff like that. And the guys that come up go, "Who the hell are these guys?" I said, "No, they're on our scam. It's Sam and Jim."
Well, thank you.
We call them Sammy Bram Muffins.
Okay.
Oh, good. Please get that started all over.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything.
All right, before we let you go, now I know you're calling about diet stuff. More truck questions.
Oh my God.
I have to ask, how many miles to a gallon do you get in that truck?
What are you doing?
I'm curious.
About 7.5.
7.5.
That's it?
And how many gallons is your tank?
What the fuck? What are you doing?
I get over about 375, 400 gallons.
I'm fascinated by these guys.
So go buy a truck.
You're driving a small house around. I want to sit in that truck and just be a boy.
I was talking to my buddy. I said, I'd like to take Jimmy on a run, like going to one of his shows. Just take a day trip to go to his show. Let him sit in there, and maybe put him in a parking lot. Let him try to drive it.
No, my dad took me in his truck one time. I would be funny if you just took me to a parking lot and taught me how to drive your truck.
This is getting very familiar, by the way.
I know. Thank you very much, Bill. We appreciate it.
They make whole.
Send me an email, theclean20, theclean20@gmail.com, and I'll get you a free copy of that DVD so you can work out next to your truck.
Okay. All right.
All right.
And I'll send Jimmy some pictures.
Yeah,
Oh
please
my
do, man.
God.
I'd love to see you.
With your
I'd
clothes
love
on.
to see it.
With your clothes on.
At least the cover's on.
A king size bed, that's a queen bed in the truck?
This is going to blow your mind.
That's awesome.
They make entire homes inside of houses, inside of cars.
No,
now.
mobile homes-
motor homes.
But that's
It's
not
incredible.
the cab of a truck. Do
Right.
you understand the tractor area of a tractor trailer? I mean, it's fucking.
They're monstrous.
They're monstrous.
Well, yeah, they would be bigger to fit the kitchen and the bed.
Dude, that's amazing. A mobile home is one thing, but you're not pulling, a trailer behind a mobile home.
No, you're right. I see it now.
Ford in Wyoming, what's up?
Hey, Dr. Ian.
Hey, what's up, man?
Not much, man. Hey, I quit smoking here 35 days ago.
Congratulations. That's
I've
good.
gained well, thank you, sir. I gained about 30 pounds.
In how many days?
This thing,
That's going to be my book.
Well,
Gain
look
30
at-
pounds in 30 days with the Sam Roberts diet.
No, are you serious about these numbers? In 35 days, you gained 30 pounds?
yeah, between 30 and 35
Okay, well,
pounds
listen.
there.
Okay, I'll let you go ahead. Finish your question.
Kind of sounds like he's having a heart attack right
Well,
now as he
and I-
speaks.
Yeah, that's I feel like it sometimes.
It's not good.
I'm a truck driver, too. Try to get out and do some work, but I'm just wondering if that book will help me out and drop me down to like 200.
How much you weigh again?
230.
I'm at 250 right now.
Oh.
250. Yeah, I mean for sure. I mean are you on social media at all?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. So first of all, join our Facebook group, okay? Because you can talk to me live. I do my Facebook live sessions, and you can ask me questions. But yeah, the book will help you. It's called The Clean 20. You can get it on your device. So you can, if you're on the road, you can get it on your cell phone if you want. You can download it, or you can get a hard copy and take it with you. But yeah, it'll help you. But listen, dude, let me just say this. I'd rather you get rid of the smokes first and have the weight and then attack the weight. Because there's nothing worse than smokes, I'm telling
But
you.
is it smoking good to lose the weight? Like, should he start smoking again and then lose the weight?
Not a bad idea.
Well, it's a horrible idea.
Oh, okay. All right. I stand corrected.
No,
It's scaring the shit out of me. I'm thinking about starting smoking again.
No,
Lose a little bit of weight.
Maybe.
Oh, jeez.
I can tell you through my experience, I quit smoking and I fattened up after I quit smoking. Quitting smoking is the best thing I ever did.
Right. The only thing Jim smokes now is pole.
But I don't smoke it. Sometimes I'll just hold it and admire it. But I quit. That was the best thing I ever made. Put the weight on and then you'll lose the weight. But not smoking is the best thing I've done as an adult.
I'm telling
I'll
you.
tell you what, I already feel better.
Well,
Yeah.
listen, I'm
30
telling you,
days, you know?
I'm telling you, if you follow this book for 20 days, you will lose at least 10 pounds. You particularly, you will lose at least 10 pounds of this book. I'm telling you, I guarantee you. And if you don't lose it, I'll give you send me the book back to me. I'll give you money. I don't care.
Dr. Ian says if you don't lose the weight, he'll eat his hat.
That's right. Dr. Ian will give you his fortune.
That won't take you very far.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, Jimmy.
Yes, sir.
I seen you down in Salt Lake when you were down there on a Saturday night, man. Excellent.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I love that gig. I was on my way back from Vancouver. I did
Salt
two
Lake
shows.
City?
Yeah, I did just one night. In a
They
club.
let you into Utah?
I do surprisingly well in Utah. I think I'm a breath of fresh air. Or I should say, I'm the scent of garbage wafting through the streets.
We've never seen this before.
Thank you very much for it.
All right, man.
Are you performing this weekend, Jim?
Yeah, I'm going to
Where?
be in the Poconos.
Where in the Poconos?
There's a Roscoe's nightclub, I think it's called.
Where's that?
It's in the Poconos.
Take
No,
me.
but where can people find Roscoe's? Because there's so many spots in the Poconos. Is there
Someone
Beautiful
Let's Google
Mount
the address.
Airy Lodge.
There we go.
Just wanted me to sing it.
Take me through a
Gypsies.
night like this. Like, so what happens? You get on the bus, you plan. How do you you go there? You're there the night before, the same day. Take me through.
Depends
your
on where it is. Like Mount Airy Lodge, I'll drive to.
Where?
Mount Airy Lodge in the Poconos. And I'll get there and I'll do my ritual of standing in front of the mirror and I do my entire act and after every joke I clap and I go, "You got this."
You're like Mark Wahlberg in Boogie Nights. You start doing ninja moves. And telling
Exactly.
jokes.
But instead of my dick, I take my notebook out and I look. No, I just
Probably
get.
more impressive.
It really is. I have a very, very boring ritual. I walk in right before I go on stage. The opening act is on. 5 minutes before I go on, I hear the closing bit. I start to pee. I walk on stage. I do my hour.
Ew.
I'm out.
It's just an hour.
It's an hour. Yes, how long my set is.
So you drive by yourself, or you got a team? How do you,
No team. Sometimes I bring Kenny with me, but Kenny's been doing his own private security stuff, which pays him more.
Yeah.
It depends on where I'm going. Like I'm doing coming up. I got Fort Lauderdale and Orlando back to back, so I'll fly in
Right.
day before, do some morning radio.
You're by yourself.
Sometimes no. It depends
Okay.
on what Kenny's availability.
Yeah.
Or I'm with my opener.
Okay.
And I'll do the gig in Orlando, and then it's probably a 3-hour drive to the next city. I hate flying in between cities.
Uh-huh.
I'll drive 3.5 hours one night, check into the hotel, sleep, wake up, do the gig. Sunday morning home, Monday morning, I'm back here.
And do you already have? Sorry, am I allowed to ask these questions?
I don't care.
Yeah. Do you already have kind of like how your show's going to lay out, or is it a lot of it spontaneous? Like, how does it work?
You know what you're going to do. You have like your hour or your material, and then you kind of go off book a little bit and fuck with people in the crowd. But normally, you know what you're going to do. Sure. You work it out. People don't want to see you working out material if they're paying $50 or $30 for a ticket, whatever.
Right. The hour set is not the time to work out.
No,
right?
not at all.
Yeah.
You do a new joke or something or a new couple of minutes, but it's not the time to go up there and do a new 15.
And do you like interact afterward, or you just get out of there?
I used to sell stuff afterwards, but the venue started complaining because the lines were long and they want to get out of there, and they just started getting. We got a complaint after complaint. So sometimes I'll do meet and greets before or right after because those are contained and you know exactly how many people it's going to be.
Right. And you usually end with your character work?
Sometimes I do, yeah. I'll do Chip at the end if they demand it. But I got to start bringing the wig and glasses. I can't do it without that anymore.
I mean, otherwise it's ridiculous.
It feels silly.
Yeah.
Usually, how big is the crowd?
Depends on the room. Sometimes it's 1,000 people. Sometimes I don't sell well and it's 400 people. And sometimes I sell
Not
great
well
and
is
it's
400 people?
It depends on the size of the room. If it's a comedy club, that's great. If it's a 1,200 seat theater, I should be killed. Depends on the size of the place you're in.
400 people is a lot of tickets.
Not really. Not in a big venue. It's not. It's not. It depends on where you're working.
And one more question.
Sure.
Do you have to? Is there always an opener, or do you sometimes?
Yeah, I don't like going out cold. I like having somebody go up
warm up
front.
the audience a little bit.
Yeah, and just kind of get the audience seated. People are out buying drinks, and they come in, and it's fun.
But it has to be a comedian who opens up for you.
I prefer that. Yeah. Some guys want music acts. I prefer a comic.
You ever tried juggler?
No, I would though if it entertained the people.
Yeah, people like juggling.
You want a comedian who's different than you. That's all. That's why I
yeah.
usually have women open because I want someone who's not the same vibe as me.
Yeah.
They're not going to attack things the same way.
Hey, you ever going to that show Comics Unleashed?
Byron Allen is he's really a genius as far as what he's done, but no, I've never done that.
He
show.
bought the Weather Channel.
Yeah, he's brilliant.
Yeah, he just bought the
But I didn't want to do it because you're giving away a piece of your act for very, very low money.
Oh.
So I just never did. They offered me a few times. They don't fly you out. And we
Really?
said, no, we said no thanks. I mean, it was whatever. They're good for comedians. You know, look, he provides a lot of comics with a gig.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. I just never
Sometimes when I'm up late working and I'm watching CBS, that show will come on. The other night I was like, geez, why isn't Jim on this show?
You know why? It's just Comics Unleashed. It was you're doing material. Tough Crowd, people used to just kind of like sit there and we would write for that episode. And but Comics Unleashed, you're doing your act. And I guess Byron's job is just to kind of throw to you.
Yeah, he does.
But he'll say stuff like, so I understand you bought a fish tank. And you'd be like, what is it with fish tanks? You buy them and they break. You know. And then guys, 10 minutes on fish tanks. I'm like, ugh. Andy Kindler had a very funny joke. He said it should be called Comics Uncomfortable because that's exactly what it is. People uncomfortably segue into their act.
Yeah. All right.
We while we have the good doctor here, we have a couple weird, I think food-related medical ailments on staff
Oh, my God, we do, yes.
that I feel like you could help with. Who do you want to start with?
Whoever you want. I mean, we could bring one in at a time. We could bring them both in. I mean, and just kind of see which works. What do you think?
Yeah, we'll bring in Anthony
Anthony first? Okay.
And I can be honest here?
Yeah,
Please
we'd like
be
you to be
honest.
honest.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
You may be able to help.
Yeah.
And by the way, while he's coming in, I don't know if this is true. Chip in Tennessee. What's going on?
Yeah, for that driver that says he just can't find the time to exercise, a normal truck, sleeper truck, is roughly around 70 feet long, 8 feet wide. And if you walk around it 20 times, that's supposed to equal 1 mile.
Wow.
Well, that's what.
Oh, did I turn you
He
off?
just turned off Dr.
I
Jim.
meant to turn off number 2. Sorry.
Well, yeah. Sam just said that. I mean, Sam said to him, just run around your truck. I mean, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right.
Yeah, and
Sam wasn't trying to be helpful.
I'm a fitness expert.
new DOT rules with the logbooks, we have to take a 30-minute break sometime within the first 8 hours of our shift.
Mm-hmm.
So that half-hour break, get out, walk around your truck.
That's a tough life. You go to
times around the truck.
You do a mile. I go to truck stops sometimes on the way to a gig, and you see like they have the bathrooms and these little rooms where they watch TV. That's a really lonely life, man. Being a trucker.
Right.
Thanks,
hey,
Chip.
do me a favor. What's his name?
Chip.
Hey, Chip, do me a favor. Can you post what you just said in our group? Would you do that?
Which one?
Post your comment in our Facebook group.
The Facebook group.
Okay, Dr. Ian, which group though?
It's called the Clean 20, the Clean 20. Because it's different if another truck driver says it to it versus me saying it. If you say it, it's much different. The Clean 20. We got a guy named Kevin Snyder in that group who's a truck driver out in Indiana. All right?
Alrighty.
All right, Chip. Thanks, man.
So
Okay, here we go.
Anthony has an issue. He hasn't figured. I mean, there's a kind of a clear solution to it, but he just can't stick to it.
What are you, 5 years old?
No. 28.
He's so, but he does live at home with mom. So like the
Yes, he
fridge is
does.
always stocked. Like there's temptation there.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, he throws up. He spends the morning throwing up if he eats anything after what time?
9 o'clock.
And he continuously eats after 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
And continuously comes into work queasy.
Yeah, he's a fly.
True or false?
True.
And you throw up a lot?
Not a lot. Just like if I eat like something like
Like what kind of stuff?
like if I eat like a lot of Cheez-Its.
Jeez.
I do love Cheez-Its. The
I
little
mean,
square ones.
Yeah.
There's no better snack than a fucking box of Cheez-Its.
I can eat like a box. I can literally eat a box of Cheez-Its.
They rule. You ever have an ice cream? You fucking dip them. They rule.
That's no, I've never heard of that.
Take a
myself.
Cheez-It and
I'm
dip
not.
vanilla ice cream and scoop it.
It sounds
Find a little
amazing.
treat for yourself.
Sweet and salty combination.
I got one question for you.
Mhm.
How long after you eat do you go to bed? What's the interval?
Like about 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, there you go. So you probably have.
You don't go to bed at 9:30.
Sometimes 9:30, 9:45.
He also, Dr.
yeah.
Ian, you should know, and I think this is part of it. He smokes copious amounts of marijuana.
He does.
So it's hard for me to.
It's legal now. It's okay.
It's hard for me to not have munchy food at that time because that's all I want, like kettle chips.
You could
and
not.
fucking-
You could not
Ugh,
Two things.
smoke.
First of all,
please.
you're going to sleep too close after you eat. That's a mistake a lot of people make. So you got to give.
15 minutes is not enough.
I mean, that's
time.
ridiculous. Jeez, I thought you were going to say like an hour. I was like,
No,
okay,
yeah.
well,
No.
it should be 90 minutes, but you're 15 minutes. So your
15
food,
minutes.
yeah, your food is freaking refluxing back up your esophagus. First of all,
Just falls asleep with crumbs on
Yeah,
his
you know,
mouth.
he's eating doodads and drinking old granddad. What a shit diet.
Two dads.
and secondly, you got to make sure you don't have what's called a hiatal hernia,
Oh no.
which means that your stomach is abnormally protruding up into your thorax, your chest cavity.
How's that thorax doing?
Yeah.
Guess not good.
Not the
good.
thorax, but the thorax.
How do you
right.
fix the hiatal hernia?
Unfortunately, sometimes it's okay if you don't fix it, but sometimes you need surgical intervention.
I think that might be what you need.
Does that make you
Anthony.
nauseous a lot?
Yeah. Oh,
Does
yeah.
that affect erections?
Directions
That's not what I
or
have.
erections?
Erections.
No.
That's not what happened.
Okay, so
Opposite
you're-
end of the body. But no, seriously, you need to first of all stop. You should not go to sleep within 90 minutes of eating. First of all,
That's tough. Because here's what happens with him. He smokes copious amounts of marijuana, then he gets hungry, then he gets sleepy. True or false?
True.
Yeah. It's an issue.
28, huh?
Yeah.
You do no exercise, do you?
I wrestled for like 15 years, so my
You're
body.
a former wrestler?
Yeah, so my body is just.
And you look like this now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Not a positive follow-up to that question.
Well, you guys like to be honest,
Yes,
right? You
yes.
said that.
Yes.
Well, are you in? You can't tell because he's wearing that
I
kind of
can
droopy
tell.
jacket. Let me see without the jacket. Are you in shape?
I mean, no, but
Strip down.
Skinny fat?
skinny fat. Yes.
I'm
You know,
with
you don't
bud.
look fat. I don't think he's fat. I wouldn't say he's tremendous. Yeah, see, he's not that bad. His baggy clothes.
He's got no muscle tone.
Skinny fat.
Zero.
I never had muscle tone.
Even as a wrestler, you
Yeah,
didn't?
no, because I had to cut a lot of weight, so like I couldn't lift as much as I could.
That's a cool Bart Simpson t-shirt.
It is, right?
Yeah, you didn't plan on showing that off.
It's
did you?
funny that he takes off his shirt and he's got Bart Simpson drinking a squishy like it's 1991. I love it.
Dude, you gotta. No offense, you gotta start working out, man. You're 28.
Yeah, I know.
You gotta start working out.
It's
I
just-
mean,
I hate doing it.
and what are you?
Right.
5'5", 5'6"?
5'7", 5'6".
Yeah, you gotta work out, man. I mean, you're soft.
How much you weigh?
Last time I checked, I was like 152 pounds.
I mean, the last time you checked was a while back, huh?
Huh, there's the popcorn.
Well, the weight's not your problem, by the way.
It's not.
It's not the weight. It's that you got to get tight.
I'm
Like,
frumpy.
Yeah. See, that's a good word, frumpy.
Yeah.
I'm a frumpy man.
I don't think you have that much frump on you, honestly. I don't think
You
he's
just
not
gotta
fat.
just tight, just
Tone up a
tight.
little.
Tone up. Maybe you want to
Just
tone
tight.
up.
He's
Yeah.
just soft. Like, have you ever lifted weights?
I did, but I hated it. I just hated it.
It's heavy,
Really?
right?
It's heavy. It's annoying.
No. I didn't actually do powerlifting, dude.
No, but like I never like.
Lightweight.
Yeah, no,
high
I never.
reps.
I hated it. I've always hated doing it. And every time I used to do it, I used to just. My coach would be like, "You can't gain muscle because it's heavier, and you can't cut that weight from." So
You
I
want
was
to do a
just like, "All right,
transformation with me?
if you want me to,
Let's
I'll
do a
it."
transformation.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
What kind of transformation?
We're gonna do it.
She got excited.
Jim's all for it.
Yeah. Oh, now.
Yo, dude, what's up with you today? You and the truck driver wants to show you around. What's going on with you?
I can't help it. People like me.
Your
They
sex
want to
appeal. Yeah.
I know.
Jim's
I'm juicy.
exploring his sexuality.
Exploring. It's like fucking blindly digging through a cave by myself.
Okay, so all right, let's do this. Can you 20 days?
Mm-hmm.
You do the clean 20.
All right.
But you got to
clean 20?
exercise.
No, I'll do it.
You got to exercise. They got to exercise. We'll do some before and afters. Okay.
All right.
We'll post them when I come back. We'll post them.
Underpants before and afters.
Whatever gets
I mean, right?
gets you on.
Let Jim say that. That's his day today.
Wait,
It's his day today.
what can you eat? What kind of snacks can you have on this diet?
All kinds of. I mean, geez, turn to the snack section. There's all kinds of stuff
Let's
you
see.
can.
I recently, starting Monday, I cut out all soda and all that shit,
That's-
the Cheez-Its and everything. I
yes.
just cut it all out.
Soda
So
and
I've been.
Cheez-Its.
This is what we're
It's so hard.
What's your name again?
Anthony.
Okay, Anthony. Can I call you Ant?
You can call me.
You
Whatever.
call
They call me
Shitloaf.
Shitloaf, so you can call me whatever.
Oh,
you
I
want.
don't curse, but okay. All right, listen. Here's the deal. This is why I like this. We're gonna do a before and after with you. All right.
All right.
You follow the clean 20. We'll shoot the pictures. People online who follow the show, they will vote on your reveal.
Mm-hmm.
And if they vote that you have a nice before and after, we will gift you $500.
What?
In.
Cash.
In.
Jesus
Done.
Christ, that's great. It'll take you 20 minutes to lose that on a Monday night. He's a big gambler.
You are?
Oh,
What do you play?
whatever's on.
He likes to bet on sports.
Whatever's on.
Yes.
You play
Anything.
craps?
No, I never play craps. I'm a 3-card player
Oh, okay.
and blackjack. But
Okay.
I'm not good at blackjack.
Blackjack's too slow of a game.
Yeah.
You know
What do
I
you
mean?
play? Are you a gambler?
No, but like if I'm out with friends or whatever, like we go, to Vegas or something, I'll throw the dice.
Hold on. That, by the way, that's not the man who play. So I see he's a gambler. You went. What do you play? What do you play?
Well, I used to play poker in college.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, but we didn't have Hold'em when I was in I was too old. We didn't play Hold'em. We played all these crazy games like baseball and 727. But anyway, okay, you want to do it, Ant? You want to do it?
Whatever you want.
All right, listen, is that cool? So 20 days.
Do you think it'll stop him from throwing up in the morning?
Well, yeah, you cannot. You got to follow the book of how it tells you when to eat and stuff like that. You cannot eat like 15 minutes before going to sleep. That's crazy.
Fair enough.
Jeez.
Now, that might mean that you can't smoke as much weed because
Nah, I'll still continue. Probably
you'll be able to
up
follow
the dosage.
You think
I'm
you
not
can
going to be able to?
You think you can follow
Turn
the
into a
diet?
pothead.
I'll follow the diet. Yeah, I have no problem following the diet. Just
Even
You
if-
live at home, so your mom's cooking and buying groceries and
Yes,
stuff.
yes, she is.
starting to come to an end. But yeah.
What do you do sorry, this is so off topic.
Yeah,
No,
go
it's
ahead.
not-
But if at your age and we hang with a girl, what do you do?
Basement.
Oh,
You do the basement
Well,
thing
what do you? I
still?
can't bring them to my room.
kind of a, why can't you
Basement's
bring him?
great. Get a blowjob behind the boiler. That's romantic.
How come you can't bring him to your room?
Because it's like I don't know. It's
Oh, I heard you had a girl over last night.
yeah, there's shit like
Is it
that.
serious?
Yeah, like I don't need that. I don't need that.
No.
So she goes right to the basement?
Yeah.
Jeez, remember those days in high school, the basement work?
High school.
I
We used
use
to call it basement work.
I use my car in the driveway. I would be in my car in the driveway when my parents were asleep with the guard up the sun guard.
Was it with a girlfriend or a girl that you had met somewhere, or
Usually women I'd meet.
where would you meet them?
They were walking.
on the street,
He'd
like
be-
streetwalkers. I see, ladies of the night.
He's got his shirt buttoned down. Jim's like that. Hey, want to ride?
So you pick up prostitutes and get them
Well,
into
I
your
wouldn't call them that.
No, I wouldn't call
parents'
them that.
driveway. You
Yeah.
wouldn't
No.
They're liberal women.
Yeah, they're women who needed some help.
with money
Absolutely.
in exchange for.
Absolutely. They 25 years in advance saw the back page closure coming. So they were trying to set some college fund money aside.
But didn't you also like sneak women downstairs into your after your grandmother passed away into her bedroom?
That is a valid point. My friend and I did do that, and she was
You did that for real?
Yeah, my grandmother had the downstairs of the house, then she passed away, so why not turn it into a hooker down?
You're sick.
I know,
You're
I
really
know.
sick.
Oh,
You were
hooker
sick.
den.
I was sick, and there was a pregnant girl, and she sparked up a crack. I'll never forget that.
She was pregnant?
Yeah.
Showing pregnant, or you just knew she was pregnant?
Literally 8 months pregnant. And she sparked a crack pipe. I didn't know that. My downstairs, my parents' house smelled like cooking coke. I didn't know.
And she
So-
smoked crack?
Yeah, I didn't know she was going to do
So
that.
your grandmother dies,
Yes, she does.
right?
All people do.
and you go down into your grandmother's bedroom. Still looks like your grandmother's bedroom, with a 8-month pregnant prostitute who's smoking crack.
Well, by that point, I think her bed was out of there, and it was just like a family room sofa.
Oh, so it wasn't that bad.
No, exactly. It was the room she had her fatal heart attack in.
And how old were you?
19, and I had to give her
Wow.
nitroglycerin. It's true.
You're sick. You're honestly, you are dying. I would have loved to have met you back in
my
your
God.
heyday. You would just have been like, just over the top, like crazy, like.
I was a pig. I'm a better boy now.
Make you feel better,
way,
Anthony?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not doing that bad.
No, I'm not doing that bad at all.
All right, so we got it. 20 days, 500 cash. Okay.
He'll do it too. I bet he'll do it
He'll
for
do it.
500.
I think
I'll
he'll
do
do it.
You
Yeah.
on social media?
Yeah.
What's your thing on social media?
Instagram is ANDO112 and my
Okay, what's-
Twitter is
peop-
TinyAnthony119.
Why is it shitloaf?
I don't want to do shitloaf anymore.
Guys, listen, follow him on Instagram. Follow me at Dr. Ian Smith. Spell the doctor out, I-A-N Smith. And then you're going to post your journey. I'm not kidding. I'm going to follow you for 20 days.
All right.
All right?
See if we can get those titties down.
And if you...
Right?
Titties.
Well, no, you're going to be able to laugh at the titties because they're going to go away. You're going to work out.
Little gynecomastia. It's all right.
Happens to the best of us.
Yeah, I was going to say, bigger men have suffered through it. Don't worry
That's
about
true.
it.
Yeah, it's nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah, 20 days. We'll do the before and afters. Get your shots. Post your before shot. And then the people at home will decide. It's not my... By the way, I learned my lesson. I am out of this. I am not going to decide if you win or not. The people at home will decide. We'll take a vote. And
I just really hope that our listeners don't sabotage Anthony out of $500.
I hope not.
I
too.
really hope not. We'll open a Twitter poll that's fair so that the listeners, and I really hope that they don't sabotage him out
Yeah, I hope
of
not
$500. Because you could use the money. So I really hope that they don't sabotage.
Yeah, because that would be unfair if he put all this hard work in and then they just fucked him out of the money.
yeah, that would be a real stinker.
well, put it this way. I'm glad you mentioned. Okay, so let's say it doesn't go very well for you as far as the voting and survey. Jim and Sam will make the decision.
yeah,
We don't like to override the fans, though.
no, yeah, we're here. Honestly,
get off, trying to get off that hot seat. Don't get off that hot seat.
a lot of radio show hosts talk at the fans. We let the fans talk through us.
That's right. They
You
speak
know?
through us.
This is the fan show.
That's right. That's why we always say
And-
we stink, because that's what they say.
What you're hearing right now is white. These guys are throwing you in the bus right now.
That's not true.
Not true.
Well, I'm sure.
I think the fans will be on your side.
Yeah,
I do,
yeah,
too.
They always are.
As usual.
Yeah, they always are.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
All right, good.
I think so.
Well, we have a nicer, younger, better-looking version of E-Rock now.
That's right. That's right.
Right?
Yeah, you are
Everything better.
nicer.
Yeah.
You are better looking.
Yeah,
Similar in
when I
other
come
ways.
back, when I come back in 20 days, don't come with a gun.
No.
Because E-Rock had everything but a gun for me that day. I mean, he just went after me. So, let's be cool. Peace. Ebony and ivory.
Right.
We only have 5 minutes left with Dr. Ian,
we
so
have
while we
time to
bring
meet
in
Nico.
Nico, yes.
You think I'm bad?
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Anthony,
All right,
very
Ant.
much.
The
I'm
appetizer.
going to follow you.
I have a question for the doctor, real quick.
Yeah. What's the
So I
question?
do good all day, and then at night I start going crazy, and I can't sleep unless I have food. And so I'll literally lay in bed thinking about food till I go, and I'll wake up and I'll walk down and I'll grab 2 slices of pizza at 2:00 in the morning just so I could sleep.
Smart.
Is this for real?
Yeah, no, for real.
You're in pretty good shape considering.
I have to run like 5 miles every day.
How about some melatonin?
That works. That helps for
Oh,
curb
absolutely.
hunger.
No, but it helps
To
you go to
sleep?
sleep. Yeah, melatonin. It's good. Some natural melatonin would be good
I
for
took
you.
some last night, 5 milligrams. I was up till 2 a.m. and I'm exhausted today.
No, seriously, melatonin would be good.
But what do I do for hunger? How do I stop that crazy hunger?
You got to have some fiber. Pizza is not the option. It's fiber and protein. So look for things, some protein bars. You need stuff that has fiber and protein in it.
And it's okay to eat that at 2:00 in the morning?
Well, it's 150 calories or less. Absolutely.
And hopefully you'll take that melatonin. You won't be up at 2:00 in the morning anymore.
That's the key.
Now, Nico's in here, and
Yes, he is.
I don't want to get too much into details
Yeah,
because I don't want to embarrass him. But
Yeah.
they around the office area, some of his coworkers refer to him as Leaky Neeky.
Can you describe why they call you? That's an unfair nickname.
It is. It's not that cool, But they do call him Nico. They call him Leaky Neeky.
It's the mic.
I have to go to the bathroom a lot.
And where does it happen sometimes?
Well, number one, in the bathroom.
Number two?
Number two, one time on a bus.
Well, there's bathrooms on the bus.
Whoa.
Not the bus.
Are you doing one or two?
Well,
You're saying you have to go to the bathroom. Are you pissing or are you doing...
I mean, I have an overactive bladder, but
Oh.
I normally have to take a dump once every day.
That's pretty
Sometimes-
normal.
Sometimes more.
once every day. Of course. I hope you do. Jeez.
But
Yeah.
sometimes you don't always have control over it.
Yeah, and I realized
What happened on the bus, Nico?
I was going home one day,
It's a
and then
doctor.
before I got on the bus, I ate something because I hadn't eaten all day, And
What
then
was it?
It was a Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
It was some chicken nuggets. It was the first time I had that, and then
Chicken
I
nuggets.
got a stomach ache. And right as the bus came, I got on the bus because I knew I was gonna make it to the bathroom, so I figured I can hold it. But that day the bus had a long ride down to places it didn't normally go to, and then my stomach I couldn't hold it, and then I just went right there.
Where?
When
Right in
some
my
big boy
pants.
made an accident.
Yeah.
On the bus?
That's not. This is. Come on, guys.
It's
This is
true.
not true.
This is a real person.
He went poo poo in his
I
pants.
just,
Yeah, he made poops in his pants.
Normally I could hold it, but my stomach was it gave and just
Yeah. Normally he's good about that.
yeah.
Yeah, so he went to the bathroom on the bus, and then he had to get off the bus and get
Then
in
I
his
gotta-
car
yeah.
and drive home, and he had dookie
Yeah,
in
it
his
was-
pants.
Yeah.
He usually makes it home to the toilet.
Yeah.
So true story. Ready for this? True story. Is it Nico with a K or a C?
See.
C. True story. So I'm living in Manhattan, and I was leaving my building, and a guy is running down the street, and I said to my daughter, "What did something happen? Like, what's?" The guy had crapped all over the sidewalk.
Was it Nico?
Well, no.
Why was
it's
he
too long
running?
ago. Because he was trying to get home, I
Oh.
think, and he couldn't make it, and it was just,
Just going
I
everywhere.
figured running would make it
How old
worse.
are you?
20.
Still making doo doo in your pants.
Yeah, is that normal for 20 years old to almost make it to the toilet sometimes?
That sometimes
I
you-
really, his face, I can't tell if he's being serious or
I'm
joking.
No.
I'm
It's 100%
serious.
true.
He's
I,
dead.
I left here and I got on the bus and then I just couldn't hold it.
The day that
Dude,
I
he
know
made
it's
in his
true
pants.
because the reason we found out is because he didn't come on the air with it. He told one of his coworkers, and his coworkers ratted him out.
Yeah.
dude,
So-
you need to see a GI doctor,
Okay.
gastroenterologist, for sure.
I think I have.
You don't
I'm
know
pretty
for
sure I have.
No, was that just a guy in a van?
No. Like I've been to doctor a bunch of times.
What did the doctors say?
Like
The doctor.
I haven't gone for that. I've gone for bladder issues. I have an overactive
No,
bladder.
that's different.
Yeah,
that's different.
I haven't. I'm
I'm saying GI, which is gastrointestinal.
I heard of it. Yeah.
Not GU. GU is like a urologist.
Okay.
Is it weird that he has trouble with everything coming out of both ends?
Yeah.
Well, it's the you can't control your urgency. That's what my concern is. That
Yeah.
typically your muscle tone prevents. I mean, listen, all of us sometimes like, geez, I can't hold it any freaking longer.
Sure.
But
Happens once.
I've had that happen while I was
Only happened
kissing a girl.
once.
Oh, is that right?
I can't hold it anymore, but the kissing was so good.
So you kept kissing?
Yep.
And then you made it little?
Why not?
Honestly, Jim, I think the deeper we get into this story, we'll find out it was more of a choice.
Right
than
there
a-
on the couch.
Yeah. I think he just that was just a choice.
him and the president, right?
Just make
Were
it
you
out.
in Russia with him?
Yeah.
Oh, I would have paid for that in a second, but I'd be like, don't waste it on the bed.
Ah, Jim.
So now, Nico, have you ever made a wee-wee in your pants?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, no. You need to see a GI doctor just to make sure that you don't have. There are a few things that could be not good.
What
but-
could be happening that might make him make a duty?
Well,
Yeah, because I could think
the
of
way
the
you clean it up, duty.
Yeah.
'Cause I had those.
You got kids now or something?
He made in his
I had
pants.
those issues coming in the morning because I would eat before I came in, and then once I got to the bus,
What would you have for breakfast?
eggs.
Okay.
So whatever I'd have a stomach ache. So then one time it almost happened again, but it didn't. I made it here, so I realized if I stopped eating, I'd be able to go before I got on the bus. And I
But
usually
you got to
have.
first of all make sure you don't have an allergy to something because allergies
Yeah.
can do that, right?
Right. Allergic to bathroom.
Is that normal to think like, oh, if I stop eating, I won't shit myself anymore?
Well, it's not.
It's been working.
It's not normal, but there's IBD, inflammatory bowel
Yeah.
disease.
Oh.
You know, I mean that sounds really bad and serious. It is kind of, but you got to check this out to make sure you're young that you don't have it.
But is it because your parents, don't they ask you if you need the toilet before you leave the house?
No.
Yeah, they really should. I told you to go before we left.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
Are you nervous about this?
No.
Oh,
Are you embarrassed a
it
little
hasn't
bit?
happened anymore, but I just.
But it will.
Hasn't happened any less either.
I mean,
Sure.
it could happen to anyone.
You could have had acute food poisoning also, by the way.
Okay.
You know, I mean, if
Not
it hasn't
that
happened,
fast.
I don't think so.
well, but it hasn't happened since. So
It hasn't happened. Yeah.
Yeah, it hasn't happened
in
since. So
October.
it's something, right?
yeah, but
almost
he
did.
says he has stomach aches every morning on the bus from his
Because
eggs.
I would eat, but I stopped eating a month ago, and before I came here, and then I was able to go before I left the house. So then, if I had to go again, it'd be after I. Normally I have.
Most people can eat in the morning though, right?
Yeah.
Like as a doctor, have you found that most people can eat in the morning?
Like when someone says breakfast is the most important meal of the day, you shouldn't think, nah, but I'll shit my pants.
Right.
Yeah. You guys you got any health insurance? You got through your parents, huh?
My parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to see a GI. That's my advice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, geez, that's pretty. You rode all in the bus with crap in your pants?
We were halfway there.
Sorry. I mean, I just feel for that. It's just kind of like.
I feel bad for the guy next to him.
20 minutes away from home, and then it's just all right.
You just couldn't hold it.
Sometimes in life you just got to chalk it up as an L. It's
Yeah,
just
that's
a-
true.
you just-
Hold this out, Nico.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah.
You just get the L. So
Yeah.
all right, man.